The Architectural Review Board of the Town of Southampton now come to order. Welcome to the April 15th, 2025 meeting. Ms. Doyle, the ARB attorney, would you read the legal regulations for this meeting?
Yes. Good morning. Today's meeting is hybrid, which means it is being held both in person at Town Hall and via video conference. On the town website, there is a town clerk's meetings portal. That is where you can watch the live stream video, submit written comments for the public record, and you can also join the Zoom meeting. If anyone is attending via Zoom and you would like to speak, please alert our moderator by clicking the raise hand icon or typing in the chat box so you can be promoted to a panelist. If you are here in person to present, please come up to the table when your application is called. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Doyle.
You're welcome.
Would everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? And Mr. Rump, the Vice Chair, would you lead us, please?
Certainly. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Rump.
Very welcome, Mr. Chairman.
And Mr. Jankowski, the Board Secretary, would you please perform the roll call and notify us if we have a quorum?
Ms. Keys? Yeah. Mr. Burke? Here. Mr. Rumpf?
Yes.
Mr. Charrier and
Yes.
myself. Mr. Taglavia and Mr. Wright are absent, but we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jankowski,
You're welcome.
did the board members that were present review the minutes of the April 1st, 2025 meeting, and were there any errors or omissions?
None.
If none, do I hear a motion?
Motion?
And do I hear a second?
Second.
All those, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Any old business to come before the board until we go to the published agenda? If none, then we'll start with the published agenda. The first on the agenda is a site plan review, administrative review, Town of Southampton, Tupper Boathouse at 1976 North Sea Road. Is the applicant available?
This is
Is somebody from planning
Yeah.
coming here?
Yeah, she's here.
I'm here, and then our architect should be joining on Zoom.
Bringing people in on Zoom.
Yeah, okay,
Come
great.
up, Jackie.
Thank you. Yeah,
Sit with us.
Jackie, just come
Please.
up.
I just literally ran in here.
I can tell. Take your time.
And Mr. Burke is the lead board member on this application.
Thanks.
So I have our architects here. They have a formal presentation, but I do have hard copies. If you would like, I can pass those out.
Okay.
So these are the material samples. If you would like.
However you want
Give it to Jill.
to. Yeah,
Those are submitted too, yeah, okay.
right, they're up.
Yes.
Right.
And then these are the actual architectural elevations. So Joe, if you want to take one and pass it down.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then these are the actual historic photographs that we were able to find. And then this is a rendering of the building once it is restored. And
I'll pass this now.
And then finally, this is the site plan. So it's staying in its current location. It'll show you some of the sidewalk and patio areas that we've provided for ADA access.
I didn't see whether we got any comments from Landmarks. Did they review this by any
so-
chance?
So this has already been landmarked, and we're also working with SHPO
That's what I
to
thought.
get landmark designation with the state.
Right.
Yes, and we have full SHPO approval for this design. So we have full approval from Landmarks and SHPO as well.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Great.
So they do have a formal presentation prepared. I wanted to be here just if you had any questions about process and the construction timing. But we do believe that this is a circa 1930 building, originally used as a boathouse, and then, as some of you may know, it was transformed into like a restaurant or like a bar and nightclub after that. So the town has since purchased this. And it was landmarked already. I don't have the exact date of the landmarking, but I think it was around 2013 that we landmarked it. And then our town historian, Julie Green, has also been working with us to make sure that we're keeping the integrity of the structure. And the only other real changes are really the sidewalks and the patio that we're proposing in the back. And that's just so we can maintain, pedestrian access as well as ADA access into the building.
Right.
And probably for events at some point, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Use that in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some, obviously the steward will be the North Sea Maritime facility, so we have a stewardship agreement with them. They'll actually be utilizing it as exhibit space for like a museum, but also like replicating boats in the main boat room area, trying to keep in character with what it was originally built for.
There was some discussion, they're gonna teach boat building, I think, at this
Yeah, I think
facility,
they might want to have some instructional classes.
Yeah,
And some of it will also be local tradesmen, kind of trying to replicate historic boats.
I'm hoping to
Mr. Burke, comment?
donate some boats to.
Do you want to let them? They put a lot of work into this. Do you want to let them
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
their presentation? Thank you.
Hi, can everybody hear us?
Yes.
Hi, good morning. I'm Tamara Talbert with Easton Architects, and I'm here with Charlotte Parsons. And so we're here to talk about the Tupper Boathouse. I'll let Charlotte go through our presentation.
Okay, thanks, Tamara. So as Jackie gave us a great introduction for, we are really just here to rehabilitate and refurbish the existing Tupper Boathouse. It was built by the Tupper family in 1928, 1930s. It was completed. It went through a lot of different uses in that time after it was a boathouse, like a restaurant, nightclub, and so on and so forth. So right now you're looking at a render that you would see from North Sea Road. From this angle, you're really not seeing any of the new interventions that we're putting in. And the new interventions that we're putting in is just infilling the boat doors with glass, so it can actually be a watertight and airtight building throughout the year. But from this angle, we're really just restoring it to its original look. From this angle, you can also see that we really haven't thought about we're not at the landscaping point yet. We are thinking about hydrangeas and other shrubberies to kind of add back to what was there originally, but nothing that's going to be out of character with the existing context there. Any questions on this rendering or look here? Just any questions on this point before I move forward?
Well, we'll go through, every
Perfect.
board member is going to comment after you finish the presentation.
Perfect. And then moving on to the site plan. So here you can see North Sea Road. We have an existing structure nearby. And then this is actually the driveway and parking lot to the Conscious Point Walk and for the Tupper Boathouse itself. So we're really not changing anything from the parking lot. That would be eastward, but we are re-landscaping the Tupper Boathouse site itself for a new pathway and for a new patio terrace. And then we do have a new mechanical pad here that will be covered by shrubbery.
You know, Mr. Chairman, I just realized I should probably recuse myself because we're doing the landscape
Yeah,
Design
yeah,
for the-
definitely.
Conscience Point place, so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For materials that will be seen from the outside, this is actually a picture of the existing cedar shingles. So we are going to be replacing the existing cedar shingles in kind with 10x exposure and multi-width. For the roofing, we're also going to be doing cedar shingles, but with a 5-inch exposure, same material going back. The only addition for a new materiality besides the concrete patio are bluestone accents that we'll be using at the patio parapet and for the steps themselves. For the millwork, we are going to be repairing what we can. So we're hoping to salvage and repair as much as the original millwork as possible. But if that's not possible, it will be replicated to be the exact dimensions. So as you can see here, we have a historic photo. So we have white millwork with the boat doors, and then we have the little half moon shutters. And then to move, sorry about that. There we go. So then this is, just to kind of reiterate the point, as you can tell, we're really just restoring it to what it once was. So these are all the historic photos that really look exactly like the renderings themselves.
Okay.
And that is all I really have. These are just the elevations where we show every elevation. As you can see, this is the North Sea facing elevation. So instead of having these open boat door, we're having infills with egress doors and transom windows. This door in the center will open up to allow the boats that they're building inside to actually come out and go into the North Sea itself. And then we do have the boat door shutters will actually be functioning. So when they're closed up for storms or anything like that, they'll look like this. Okay. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Burke, comments on the presentation?
No, I think the proposal looks great and the materials, no issues. I guess since this board often does look at landscaping or screening, like you said, I would just note that any proposed landscaping on the site keep in line with what you said, what was originally there or what, but great presentation, great project. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Mr.
Thanks.
Jankowski, comments?
No, I'm gonna piggyback what Joe just said. Great presentation, good job. I think it looks great. So I have no issues.
Okay, Ms. Keys?
I agree with the other board members. What are you doing with the boathouse itself? Are you doing the same to that? Or are you leaving it as it is? The little shed there?
The cottage on the side.
Yeah.
So the cottage on the side is currently, it was demolished previously, and it was documented prior to the demolition. So when we produced our construction documents, it was based on those drawings. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
we're going to replicate it as it was.
Oh, perfect. It's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so unfortunately it had to be taken down when they raised the whole structure. It just wasn't stable, but we have many photos, so we're essentially replicating that, and it's going to be kind of like an open floor plan office space on the bottom, and then it will actually have an apartment for caretaker. So that was the original, was an apartment for a caretaker.
Oh, good. I just,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and my comments are, yeah, it was a very complete presentation, thank you. And I'm going to echo the lead board member on this project regarding the landscaping.
Okay.
Do you have a landscaping plan yet?
We do not. So our main focus is really to highlight the restoration of this historic building.
Right.
It's going to be beautiful, but I feel like once it settles in, we'll probably look at an appropriate landscaping plan. This is obviously also the location of the Conscience Point Marina too.
Yeah.
So we'll keep it very tasteful and in kind. I think you saw from some of the historic photos that there were some cedars.
Yeah.
So that's what we were kind of looking at, was maybe doing some native red cedars at the corners, but something very tasteful. And then the rest of it would probably be low. Perennials and
Yeah, we don't want to screen it.
we don't really want to screen this. We want to
no.
highlight this. So I think some tasteful red cedars, maybe at the corners, just to kind of bring it back to what it was.
Well.
And then we'll probably just do more native, low-lying
Okay.
landscapes,
What
that
we can-
perennial, and it'll be nice.
What we can do today is, we will, vote on the building.
Sure.
And then hold the landscaping plan, and that can be submitted to Mr. Burke.
Just be conditional.
What?
It's administrative, so it's
So we're just writing a letter.
Yeah.
No, in administrative, no, we vote on it.
Do we?
Yes. This is a final.
I would appreciate a final approval and review. I have to admit, the landscaping plan might be a couple years down the line because we're just focusing on getting this out to bid
We'll
and
say that
construction.
when we're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we issue the approval and just make those notes about future landscaping, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Joe.
All right.
okay, Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion
Yeah.
to approve as submitted.
That's submitted. Good. Do I hear a second?
Second, with the, just add the caveat of the landscaping plan. That's
Right.
it, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
What
Yeah.
we discussed.
Right.
Thanks, Kev.
And, okay, the motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Any comments from the public at this point? I totally forgot about that. None. So, fine. Okay, it's approved.
Thank you guys so
All
much.
right.
It was very nice
Thank
to see
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Great seeing you again. Okay, next on the agenda is, it's a site plan review sign application,
If you need one.
West Hampton Motel. Hi.
Yeah. That's what,
What, did you have it off?
no. Oh, I can hear me.
So, we were here earlier and had our, just site plan and development approved, but we're coming back today to get the signage approved. This is the old West Hampton Sea Breeze Motel, maintaining a 12-room guest house. We built a new structure, which is an entry pavilion and reception. Next slide. This is the site plan that you guys approved. At this time, the garden is going in, the entry pavilion is built, and the rooms are almost complete in renovation. This is just another rendering to remind you when I get to the sign. This is the site plan. It is implemented as seen here. Along Montauk Highway will be a wildflower meadow, which, next slide, is where
Okay,
the
can I
sign is.
stop you for a second? Ms. Meyer, could you get Mr. Rump? Yeah, we have one board member that had to recuse himself.
And then before you start back up, just say your name again.
Yeah.
Oh, Randall Stone from Remsenburg.
Right.
Yeah, I reached out to Ian, I haven't heard from him. Right.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a presentation.
He's probably the architect on this one too.
Okay. All right, would you proceed then?
Sure. The new sign location is really right where the old sign was, except set back off the highway, 20 feet off the property line as required. But you can see that as where it is located on the site plan. Next slide. Again, it is just further back off the highway from where the old sign was, but we're just setting it back. Next slide. The new sign is very straightforward. It is being built out of the building materials that entry pavilion is, which is a stained black wood. It's a simple name of the hotel, which will be Three Ducks, and we'll have the logo above with a gooseneck 2700 Kelvin lights to illuminate it. Next slide. You can see the front elevation. The type is just white. The sign is a dark charcoal gray, almost black color. Next one. And then this is the actual detailed graphic layout. It is under 32 square feet, the entire structure. And that's it.
Okay, Mr. Jankowski is the lead on this. And comments?
Yeah, comments. Yeah, I see the progress. Everything looks good. The sign, I have no issues with. It's got the down lighting, has everything. I just want the number on it. of the address. And that's the reason why I bring that up all the time is just for emergency services.
Not
So-
at the entrance to the parking, but rather.
Even just out there. Then
Okay.
this way, like we get a call or something that we're there, we know, or we see the number, we know we're heading into the right spot.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it.
Easily done.
You can,
Yeah.
as long as you just add that, that's it.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't have any issues. Where this is, as far as, it's outside of town,
Right.
which, isn't our jurisdiction, but there's no problem with the way the sign looks.
Okay, great. Mr. Rump, comments?
What's the zoning? Is it highway business?
Motel, it's motel zoning. Hotel motel zoning.
Okay.
Which is in
So are you suggesting that the sign be resubmitted to you for approval? Because we don't know where that number's gonna go.
it'll go, we'll put it down below.
I'm okay with that as long as that the shrubbery doesn't cover it. If you have some, you know how that
Yeah.
old one was where
Yeah.
it kind of had that? Okay, so, yeah, if we just say we'll locate it just underneath, it can be a white number?
I'd like for you to look at it.
Okay, fair enough. So then you'll just resubmit it to Carrie. Carrie will send it to me and then I'll send it back, but we'll still do a conditional approval just so that I see where the number is and how it looks. Is that okay?
We can do that.
That's the only thing I would add,
Fair enough.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Keys, comments?
I think it looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Burke?
No issue.
Okay, and I think it looks great. It's a big upgrade.
you.
And normally we do not allow, or we discourage logos, but this one is so simple, I, cannot disagree with it at all. I think you've done a great job with it. And, okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
Yeah, you want to ask if there's anybody on Zoom?
Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, is there anyone on Zoom to comment?
No one on Zoom.
Okay, great.
All right, so I'll make the motion to approve as submitted with the caveat, they're gonna add the number, and then they'll just send that to me, the lead, and then I'll approve it after that.
Great.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded with the stipulation that it will be added and sent, the number will be added and sent to Mr. Jankowski.
I send it to Carrie and then
Yeah, and she'll send it to Mr. Jankowski, and he'll do the final approval on this. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. It's approved.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is 257 Millstone Road.
I have to recuse myself
Yes.
again, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And that's at 257 Millstone Road, Bridgehampton. And Ms. Keys, you're the lead for this?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Gabriella Verteber. I'm here from Arius Design. We're the landscape architects on the project. And I believe the architect was supposed to be joining us on Zoom as well.
Okay.
She's here or not, but.
What's the person's name on Zoom?
The architect is Lori. She's with McDonough Conroy Architect.
No, I don't have them on Zoom.
Okay, that's fine. We can proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the nature of the project is much like the previous submissions that we've had for this project. So this is the Millstone Farm project. They're trying to develop individual houses. All of the houses are relatively the same in design and nature. I'm here on representing, as far as the landscape goes, mostly the screening, making sure that you guys are satisfied with what we're proposing. We're going to be proposing 12 to 14 foot green giants, cryptomeria, and Juniperus chinensis varieties to provide substantial screening around the property line. We have some ornamental trees throughout the property as well, somewhere along the lines of birches, magnolia, and so forth. There's going to be a large parking court coming in through the property.
Large what?
The parking court coming through the property.
Oh.
So you're gonna enter off the road and it is screened from the roadside, so you're not able to see that. That will be screened with the green giants. We definitely wanna screen that from the roadside. And so as they enter into that parking court, it's not able to be seen from the road unless you're directly in
Right.
that entry point. And I think that's all I really have. I mean, we also have fencing. We have proposed pool enclosure. We're going to be doing black wire mesh. That's going to be in between the trees.
Okay, Ms. Keys?
How many houses are in this project?
I believe there are 5. I apologize. I will have to confirm that with
Do
you at
you
a later date.
have the siding or the windows or any of the information from there? I see that here. I don't see it on.
That was in the architect scope. From what my understanding is the siding is like a white cedar shake
Right.
siding.
Is it like we've approved? I remember the other house that we saw.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
It's the same. Yeah, the houses are identical.
All the houses
Well,
are.
yeah.
Well, in nature anyway. As
Cla-
far as the siding.
Clarify that, all of them are not identical. There are changes in several of the houses, from what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm flying a little blind without any real information on what the materials are.
Did we approve that already?
No,
Materials.
I
Second house.
reviewed it. Yeah, I'll clarify this.
Okay. Good.
There was a mistake made, and on the square footage, if it's over 7,500, it has to go to the full board. That's why I'm familiar with the other houses.
I see.
Because I had to research them,
Oh, all right. So then.
because I knew it was
What is the square footage of the houses?
it's over 7,500.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is correct.
Oh, good.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
And I looked at it and actually, I think I did go out there at the time.
And you approved it?
Yeah, I approved it, but we have to go to the full board, so my approval is null and void. It was a
Understood.
mistake made by the building inspector.
Well, I think the screening is good. And I also, I will follow. I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, you're not gonna see the house, basically.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to see it. You
Right.
will not see it from the roadside. It's going to be, or from any of the neighboring property
Starting
lines.
with
It's
14 foot.
yeah, 12 to 14 foot screening. I mean, you may see the top of the roof.
You're not gonna see it.
Yeah, but
You won't see it.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the main point here, is that you're not going to visibly see it from the roadside. We're trying to,
Mhm.
make sure that it's not visible.
Right,
All
okay. Mr. Ms. Keys, you have any additional comments?
No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Mr.
apologize.
Jankowski, comments?
I'm following the lead on the materials and everything else, and the landscaping plan looks great, so I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Burke?
I agree with Ted, yeah.
Okay, and I already reviewed it, I approved it, so,
Thank
I mean, I did the research on looking at the other houses,
Yes.
and when I corrected you, there are differences,
Yes.
design
Subtleties,
differences, but it's almost for naught, because with all the screening, if it's gonna be that way with the others, you're not gonna see the houses,
Correct.
so. Okay, do I hear a motion on this
Motion to approve.
as submitted?
I submitted.
Second.
Motion has been made and approved as submitted, and before we vote, any comments from the public? None. Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, it's okay, done.
Thank you all for your time today.
Right,
Gabriel.
Appreciate it.
and sorry about the mix-up
No,
that
it's,
happened, because, it delayed you a little.
of course. Thank you very
Right.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda is 282 Roses Grove Road, and this is in Waterbell. And Mr. Burke is the lead, and is the applicant present?
They're on Zoom. I'm bringing them in.
Okay. And would you identify yourself?
Good afternoon, Ryan Kessner Architect.
Okay. Okay, you can start your presentation.
Excellent, thank you so much. So this house is for 282 Roses Grove Road. It was actually built without benefit of a permit, and so it's actually already framed and all that other good stuff. So let me just share my screen. Can the board members see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So this whole thing was actually already built at this point. So, you know, it is what it is. It was done without a permit. We're working our way through it with Sean McDermott and the rest of the building department. It's a transitional modern type of house with standing seam roof and horizontal plank siding. It's also got variances for the back, with the overall height over here from top to bottom. You know, it's got the glass, all the other good stuff. And these are the renderings, and you can see very clearly it's black and white. Nothing too crazy. Massing looks okay. And this is also on a flag lot, so I don't believe any landscaping plan will be required on the board's part. And we're just going to keep going around. And there we are at the back of the house. And we have the variance for the height and all that good stuff in there too. And that's just going around to this back. Does the board have any questions?
Well, now, Mr. Burke, are you familiar with the area, Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Okay, when he mentioned something, maybe I heard it incorrectly. He said since it's a flag lot, they don't need landscaping. But what about neighbors?
Yeah. That's the lot right there, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I think because it's wooded.
I think we would like to see at least on a site plan what landscaping is currently existing or what may be proposed, because it's clear from the aerial that you do have, you know, regardless of the flag lot, you do have some neighbors surrounding the parcel.
Okay, so you're going to require a landscape plan, because I mean you are pretty much in the middle of nowhere at the top there.
I assume the lot has clearing restrictions to begin with, so I don't know if you have a survey that shows where you are. I'm sure you're in the aquifer back here, so I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I mean, assuming the lot already has clearing restrictions, I'm sure that you have some kind of a plan to. Looks like you're already proposing some re-veg over there on the Barilski survey. I can't read that, but yeah.
Yeah, this is the actual site.
Okay,
so I mean, this is where, you know, you can't even see any of these homes. You can be on the top here. You can barely see this guy over here. This guy certainly can't see you. No way can he see you. No way can they see you.
Okay, then what I would like to see then is the re-veg plan that's referenced on this survey that says you're gonna be in compliance with the clearing restriction after a re-veg. Let's just take a look at what re-veg you're proposing on the lot. And
I'm not sure. I don't know if I have that in my, I believe that was being handled by somebody else. Is that something I could get the board?
yeah, I could look at that.
Okay.
As long as they keep it.
I mean, I don't have any issues on the. I have no comments on. Oh, I'm not on there. I have no comments on the structure. I'll defer to the rest of the board.
Okay, yeah, but I think they've cleared almost to the boundary line, haven't they?
Can I just say something?
Yes.
They're in APOD. I did tell somebody, I don't know if it was him, and if they're overcleared, they'll have to come to the planning board.
Right, okay.
They won't get their CO.
Right.
Right,
Planning would have to approve a re-veg plan at that point because of the APOD.
Okay, all right. Mr. Burke, does that conclude your comments?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I
Mr. Wright,
have a
comments?
comment. If the architect's saying they have a building permit in their building,
No, it's already been built.
No, that's not what I said at all.
No.
They built it without benefit of a building permit. So it's already structured, it's already up there. It's already framed. It's not finished, it's framed though, and they did it without a permit. The other builder and architect, I don't know what they were thinking or why they did it, but
okay,
they did.
that clears that up.
The builder and architect?
No,
I'll shoot you an email. I'm not saying. I'll be happy to give you an email, let you know who
Why
it
is
was.
it here? And I wasn't aware that it was started without the benefit of a permit, that's all.
Yeah, it was quite a mess of a job, and like I said, we're working with Sean and everybody in the building department to get this thing right. We were brought on after the fact, along with the other builder, Breskin. So I'm not, and Max won't put his reputation on the line, and I won't put my reputation on something that won't be legal or worthy or something like that. So we're taking it to the finish line.
I don't have any issues, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr. Jankowski?
I follow the same sentiment as everybody else.
Okay. Ms. Keys?
Agreed. I think that the only thing you need to focus on now is the landscape plan.
Okay, we will get you a revegetation plan as requested.
Okay, yeah, as far as my comments are, the design looks very eclectic to me. And I'd like to, to me, there's nothing you can do about it now, I guess, if all the structural elements are in, but if there was a way you could create a little more harmony throughout the whole structure, that's something I'm looking at, but when you dig into it, if the framing is up, it's going to be difficult, I think, without redesigning the whole place. So you can handle it with screening. And since they've cleared to the boundary line, the other lots, the owner of this structure doesn't own the lots, surrounding lots, do they?
No, I don't believe they do.
Right, that's what I figured. That means those could be cleared eventually. So I would probably opt for quite a bit of screening, as the previous applicant had done. So that's my comments.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll get you the revegetation plan. We're not, we're not contract for that by any stretch. And I'll be happy to provide that to the board with all whatever you need.
Okay, fine. What we can do is we can approve it as it is, and when you get the landscape plan, you can submit it to Mr. Burke. And I'm sure he will consult with Mr. Rump on this. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
Reg plan.
Any objections, board, on my suggestion? And then do I hear any comments from the public on this?
No one on Zoom.
None on Zoom, good. All right. Do I hear a motion? And with the comments that I made about resubmitting the landscape plan to you, Mr. Burke?
Yeah, I'll make that motion to approve, subject to the submission of a landscaping plan to me, the revegetation plan, and hoping that some of that proposed revegetation can act as screening to the neighboring properties in the back.
Now, do you want a landscape plan or do you want a revegetation plan? Because they're two different things.
Well,
we don't know what was there, so we want a landscape plan.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that'll show.
It looks like
just want to make sure that way I get you the right
That'll
information.
show existing.
Right.
Yeah, like a landscape plan. Like, because it looks like there's evergreens or something like on that.
Well,
right.
But it's on the side. See, they clear to the boundary
Yeah,
line.
I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's a little bit more. So, yeah, all right, both then. I like that.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Motion has made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Okay, next on the agenda is 15 Round Pond Lane, 15 Round Pond Lane in Sag Harbor. And Ms. Keys, you are the lead on this. And is the applicant present?
I have him on Zoom.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Would you list
Yep.
your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Alan Fajardo, and I'm representing the property owner, Town and Country.
Thank you. And would you start your presentation?
It was emailed to you guys as a request. It was provided.
Do we have a
Yes, but
rendering?
there's one thing you've got to realize, we're Zooming. The public wouldn't necessarily see this if you don't have it digitally.
Well, they can
It was-
see.
I mean, they could see it up here. But
I
we have
see,
to-
but I don't.
We have to go through everything that you submitted.
So I have
So
a,
you go ahead. I'm sorry.
we have a survey and a rendering.
In the renderings that was submitted in the ARB form that we filled out.
Well, Ms. Keys,
So,
you're the lead, so.
do you have the ARB form on it? Do you have the list of, can we see that? We need the list of materials. We need a landscape plan. Do you have that?
I had that on the ARB form, landscape plan.
It's not
it
on
wa-
an ARB form. It's kind of more detailed than that.
Let me see. Like a survey, you mean?
The landscape plan.
The
You
layout.
would need it on a survey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the survey was submitted as a request to be on this meeting.
Landscape plan.
Landscaping plan.
Kelly, can we look at an aerial?
Mhm.
Please.
This is it right here.
So, do you have a landscape plan? Was there a house there in this space?
On 15 Round Pound, yes, ma'am. It's a house. It's
That's
gonna be a
the
complete
existing.
knockdown.
That's the existing right there.
Okay. And the one you're putting up is what size?
Approximately almost 8,000 square feet, ma'am.
Okay.
With a lower floor, we make it 10,000 square feet.
Is there a pool? Can I see that? There's
It's
a,
gonna be a pool and a pool house.
okay. So so there's a garage, a pool house, and the main house? What's this?
Correct.
Okay. The garage is a 2-car garage?
2-car garage, ma'am.
Attached.
It's attached.
Where?
See you coming in that side.
Under the house.
Oh, okay.
It's a new driveway too, coming in.
All right. I don't know.
Would you want the elevations?
Yeah, I kind of need them.
Yeah,
to
because
think.
they should have sent the elevations with it.
Yeah.
On the survey,
What?
it shows on the property survey, it shows the elevations.
No, it doesn't. Not on the
Doesn't.
survey.
The building
Yeah,
elevations.
we're talking about
Like
the
the
side of
size.
the building.
The sides, the materials,
Yeah.
etc. We kind of
It shows
need that to
elevation,
make
that's what they're
decisions.
called.
I'm sorry.
It is, I just realized.
I imagine they were submitted with the building permit, right?
What?
Yeah.
Elevation.
Is the where?
Yeah, where is the package you submitted with the building permit?
Alan, do you have it on your computer that you'd be able to share with us, or are you just doing this on your phone?
actually doing it on the phone. I don't have it actually available. It was submitted with the building
Okay, we're
permit
gonna have
application.
we're gonna have to delay this until we get these. Okay?
Okay, fine. We'll hold it over until next
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same then, I
What?
guess for 7 Casey, he's 7 Casey too.
He has?
Okay,
And that's all they provided?
all right.
The rendering and the survey, I guess, I definitely.
All right, I don't know who's giving them this false information, because we have it printed right on our form.
So, Alan, in your architectural plans, there's elevations that show north, south, east, and west. So that's
Correct.
what we were looking for.
Yes, I don't have those on
The
the,
renderings are good. That's almost like a bonus, the renderings, but we do need the building elevations.
yeah, because, it's a little confusing because, when you guys send us to the ARB to fill out online, we provide all that information. If we're submitting what you guys asking us online. So that's the whole process. And then that building application was submitted, and then we had to do the ARB online at this point, so.
Yeah, Alan, what happened was they just weren't submitted. The elevations weren't submitted. So we got two surveys. Exactly. So somebody might have clicked it wrong. We have two surveys.
And who is the architect on this?
I'll have to get that name for you. I don't have his name because
He should have submitted the digital drawings to us.
So it was not submitted on the application, you're saying, on the website.
No, we need the landscape plan,
right.
the.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get them,
We
Alan.
need
So
a
that's
package.
what
Understand.
that's what it was.
All
So
right.
then at least get us the elevations, right? Send them to Kerry.
Correct.
And then that's probably going to be the same thing for the 7 Casey Lane because we don't have.
Yes,
those
it's the
either.
same. It's the same scenario. I don't have the elevations
fair
for
enough.
both.
So
And you also need from my understanding, you're gonna need a landscaping also survey showing what we actually gonna do as far as landscaping,
That's correct. So, yeah,
vegetation, and all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
I get that. I get that drawing submitted to you guys. Then on when is the next board meeting?
It's going to be like the May 6th.
May 6th. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The 5th or 6th,
Okay.
one of the two. What,
Second Tuesday in the month.
which,
Tuesday.
first Tuesday.
May 6th.
May 6th.
I'm here.
And the person that I was sending back
May
and forth.
5th, I think I got it wrong.
They've got to
Okay.
read it.
Is there any way that we can actually, just send you the elevations and the we do have elevation and vegetation. It's part of
There's too much,
application.
look, there's too much missing from this application.
Okay.
All right, and
I've,
that's why.
I get it together then send it to you guys again then.
Okay, good.
Thank
Thank you.
Alan, just to clarify what we said.
Yes,
that
sir.
landscape plan, we're looking
Yes, sir.
for screening. We don't
I understand what you mean.
don't need what's going on around the house. That's not what we're looking at is screening from the road. And so that's what you should focus on when you do your planting plan.
Got it. Understand.
Thank
Even
you.
if you take photos too, Alan, from the road,
Uh-huh.
because you're in a pretty vegetated area.
It's a vegetarian area, yeah, very
So then
crowded.
just,
So I mean,
that's all I'm suggesting to you. It helps. That's it. Because you can take pictures
Okay.
from the road because that's typically what we care for. I mean, I know you're changing the driveway location, so you know
We
you
are.
have to infill that.
Right.
So that's what's going to be on your landscaping plan. But
Got it.
a couple photos or something from the road, that just helps your cause. You understand?
not a problem. We work that out then. We get
Okay,
it together
and
for you
do have
guys.
to consider the neighbors too, on all sides of the lot.
Yes, we understand that, sir. So it's part of our variances and everything that we'll have to meet when we're building, so.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, Alan. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
See you next time.
okay. Okay, is there any further business to come before the board?
All right,
If
move
none-
we adjourn?
Yes. Do I hear a motion? You made it? Do I hear a second? Motion is made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Our next meeting will be in May, and it's May 5th or 6th. Which one?
May 6th.
What?
May 6th.
May 6th. Thank you.